So today is another little vlog of what I did over the weekend at the barn. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Alright, let's get into it. There she is, my beautiful girl. So the first thing I always do when I go to the barn is obviously go check up on my horse and see how she's doing. So she's wearing her nice little fly mask. And it is a really hot day. As you can see, she is in full sun and there is no shade, so she'll be pretty happy to get right inside. So as you can see, she's a little bit sweaty, but I'll still go ahead and give her a nice little brushing and grooming action. She has a little bit of a crust on top of her tail there, but nothing to be like too worried about. I just think her skin is getting a little dry, so no bath for her for a little bit. We'll just keep on brushing her instead, and that'll bring out the nice shine that she usually has. Time for some hoof care time. So I'm just cleaning up her hoof as much as I can. Try to clean them up really nice because I'm going to apply some of the products that we've seen in our previous video. Just because I was telling you, she has thrush, mild thrush in all of her hoofs. So I'm just giving it a good scrub. As you can see, the farrier passed by, so the hoof is already looking a little bit better. And here are little pictures of the underneath of the foot because I wasn't able to film and basically do everything at once, so just the pictures will do. Time to apply the little hoof balm from Noisette, as I was unboxing in the previous video. So it's actually fairly easy to use, and I was actually pretty impressed with the quality of the product. It's really creamy and it's gonna bring a lot of moisture back to the hoof. You can see on that hoof she has a little crack at the top. I'm not too sure what happened there, but hopefully with some moisturizing or moisture is going to help basically the hoof to just gain that little kind of flexibility and hopefully make it a bit more comfortable for her. So here's one of the cracks that she had on her back hooves. She had it on both sides of the hoof and on both legs, and that really concerned me, and that's why we got the farrier in as soon as possible. So time to have a little bit of fun. As you can see, she is pretty sweaty. Basically from just bringing her into the barn, she started sweating a lot, which is not uncommon for her. As you could have seen basically in the first clip, the paddock that she's in right now is in full sun, and she is basically baking all day, although I did talk to the barn manager about that issue. And that's why in her next barn she's gonna have a nice big paddock with some shade in there, just because she is a heavy sweater. She sweats a lot, and that doesn't have anything to do with her body condition. She just is who she is. She just really sweats a lot during summer, which should be with a fly sheet or without. Definitely the shade is going to help though, so I can't wait to move her. The other thing you might notice is that she doesn't seem to want to exercise that much, and that's because she is still having a bit of issue with her back end, and that's why she's not going to go that fast and will stop pretty much a couple of times She was hard to like basically just push to work. And I basically let her pick her pace. I'm not dictating what pace she has to go. I just really want her to feel comfortable and get a little bit of exercise while we can. So the chiropractor will be scheduled at the next barn and hopefully help with that back end problem. It's nothing new, like it's something that she had previously that we were working on, just because she had a bit of an incident with a fence last year, which caused her to basically pull a little bit on her hip there, and that's why she needs chiropractic adjustments just to fix that up. Yeah, with COVID it's been a little bit difficult. She was on a regular schedule for the chiropractor at the time, and with COVID it kind of pretty much went down the drain. But since this barn is giving me a hard time with everything that has to do with appointment setting and all that, I will basically set up the chiro appointment as soon as possible at the next barn, and hopefully I'll be able to film it for you so you guys can see what horse chiropractic or equine chiropractic is all about. So we did lunging for less than 10 minutes in total. I think it was about something like 8 minutes. Didn't want to push her too much. Obviously it's hot outside. Even though the arena is pretty well ventilated, it was actually a little bit cooler inside than it would be outside. Yeah, I just didn't want to push her too much. Obviously she's already sweaty, and usually she tends to be in a mood as soon as she gets really sweaty. She becomes a bit of a hothead and it's hard to control. So I did a little bit of side passes here and there just to kind of work on these little basic notions so she doesn't forget about them. As you can see, she's doing great, but she is starting to become really hot, and as you can see, her tail is going to be wagging in all directions just because she's starting to get a little upset. So it's time for me to kind of end the session on a good note and just keep it easy for her. Just practicing and fooling around, just making her basically do little circles and kind of get a little bit of a last buck, and then we'll be able to just get back inside where it's climatized, and she'll be much happier then. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hazel and I are always really happy to read your comments, so please leave us a comment in the comment section down below, and we'll say bye for now, and I will talk to you next week.